Hello friends, welcome to today's Kingdom Millionaire class. Ola is my name, your regular anchor on the show. Last class we started process of wealth creation, and I mentioned we discussed on the power of the mindset shift as one of the basic requirements for wealth creation. Today I'll be coming up with the second point, which is the requirement and very important to wealth creation, and that is the power of giving. The power of giving. Giving is very important in the sense that it helps challenge the fear of poverty in your life. And I must tell you, giving is one sure way to get rid of poverty in your life. And another thing that giving helps you do is that it helps you to develop a large mind, which is required for wealth creation. In the book of Proverbs chapter 11 verse 25, the Bible said, "A liberal soul shall be made fat." And the Amplified Version said, "A liberal person shall be enriched." And TLB said, a liberal man shall be made rich. And what does it mean to be liberal? Liberality means broad-mindedness, a large mind, a broad mind. And that is, like I discussed last class, is one of the things you need, and is is highly needed for you to create wealth. All right. When I talk about the power of giving here, the giving, I will interpret it in two ways. Number one, the giving that you have something to give to somebody around you. Let me share my story a little here to buttress this point. I told you the Lord has been training me. If you want to become great in life and you want to go through the help of God, there are ways God will train you. When you surrender yourself to training, He will actually train you to become great. One of the things the Lord taught me, and the way He trained me with this power of giving, it has helped me, and that's why I want to share this with you. When I started out in business world, the very first time I will make profit up to like 200,000. 200,000 was money then. It was my first time to work and earn that kind of amount of money. I had a vision for the money to use it for something, to enrich myself better, to enlarge the cost of my business and all that. At this time, I had a sharp feelings in my heart that this money should be given to the work of God. If you are the person, you are the one, what will you do? The very first time to earn that kind of amount of money, there was a building project going on in our denomination then. So nobody coerced me. I had it very sharply in my spirit that I should give this money to the building project. And I did. I never knew God was trying to see maybe the money will be too big for me to give out. And we say, "Oh, you are still a kid. You can't make great wealth here." But God helped me. I gave the money. And I saw a revelation after giving the money. I saw the glory of God shining upon my business. That in that revelation, everyone that passed noticed the glory, the glittering of that glory. There's no way you will pass through that business venture that you know something is happening here. That was what I saw in the spirit before it began to manifest in the physical realm. Let me tell you something. You may be saying, "But I don't have anything." But I tell you, you have something. And let me put it this way. Everything you are given in life are not meant for you. If you want to be great by what you have, you must be ready to give it out. I give example of my own in the area of monetary aspect. That is one. There are times if God is training you to be great, He will commit you to greater sacrifices to make. That is it. That's the point. If you are ready to go by it, then you will know that no, greater things you can handle. If something small is committed to your hands and you feel it's too big for me to give out, There is no way you can get bigger things. No. Now, listen to this. I am not saying you should give senselessly. I told you I was inspired by God. Nobody coerced me. When you are giving, give with all your senses opened. Nevertheless, everything you have in life or that are given to you in life are not meant for you. Yes, I put it straight to you. They are meant to serve humanity. And let me tell you this. Everybody in life has something to give, because you may be saying, well, I don't have anything to give. But I tell you, you have something to give. You have, no matter how small, you have something to give. Now, the second aspect of giving is this: what the Lord has embedded in you, your talent, your gifts, your potentials, even your wisdom, your brain, your intellectuality, everything you have that you have gotten in life are not meant to serve you. Let me tell you this: the more you flow out to people, the more your productivity, the more you get back if you want to be great. For example, if in my business venture now, the number of people I'm able to serve with my skill is the number or the how much money I will have back. If I'm able to serve 10 people with my skill, that's the kind of amount of money I will make. If I'm able to serve larger number of people with my skill, that's how much more I will make in that business. Likewise, there is something the Lord has embedded in you. In our subsequent teachings, I will show you how you can discover what you carry, and so as to flow out and become impactful in life. If God happened to have social media handle today, do you know he will be the person to have the greatest number of followers, but it cost him his only begotten son to have that large number of followers today. That is to tell you the power in giving. See, you can't keep to yourself. A river that is not flowing out stinks and becomes useless. It will not be useful. And every tree that produces fruit, their fruits are not meant for them, Their fruits are meant for human beings and other animals to refresh themselves with. And the more fruit they give out, the more relevant they become. Nobody passes through a fruitful tree without looking at that tree. It caught attention of people. Why? It's carrying something the society need. Likewise, you carry something that your generation need, and you need to dish it out. Keeping it to yourself will not be useful for you. Everything you have, your knowledge, your power, your connection, everything you have, they are meant to serve humanity. Are you serving people? The more people you serve, the more wealthy you become. And in John chapter 12, verse 24, Jesus says something: except a seed get into the soil and die, it abide alone. Now, when a seed is planted, it dies and brings forth new shoot, and unto harvest, that thing begin to grow. Now let me tell you, the quality of the harvest you will have will be determined by the quality of your seed. What you are sowing. What are you sowing to the society? What are you giving out? I still tell you again, you have something to give out. Alright, let me show you something, a quote by Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins said, and I quote, "There is always a place in the world for those who are willing to give their time, their energy, their capital, their creativity, and their commitment." Let me say it again. There is always a place in the world for those who are willing to give their time, their energy, their capital, their creativity, and their commitment. When you are willing to give all this that you have been given, there is a place for you in the world. You become relevant. You will always have a place in the world. You will always be relevant. You will be always contributing and impacting, become impactive in the society. This is what I have for you today. But I tell you once again, give and something great begin to happen in your life. And I've told you what the effect of giving in our lives. It helps you to develop a large mind. And you need a large mind to become large. You need to be great-minded for you to become great in life. And giving is one of the things that will help you. And in Exodus chapter 4 verse 2, when the Lord told Moses, he said, what is that in your hand? And he said, a rod. There is something in your hand, and that is what God wants to use for you to reach out to this generation. No, you are not just here on this planet and by accident. No, there is a purpose you are brought here. It needs to be discovered and flow out to your society. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if this video makes sense to you, and invite your friends to be part of this channel. Share our videos, press the notification button to get you notified anytime we post new videos. I love you. God bless you.